Floor is yours.
This is the Burn It Down NASCAR podcast. Darlington in the books. We couldn't do Kansas because somebody had an issue with the internet, being me. Seems to be fixed. We tried real hard last week, but it just wasn't gonna happen. So, your thoughts?
I think it's been better than previous years. I didn't think it was bad, but I didn't think it was good either. Near the end, the third stage is where it really got interesting because of what happened with Brad, Reddick, and Busher. But other than that, it's just it was an interesting race, but it wasn't a boring. It's more or less just in the middle, in my opinion.
It was interesting in the last two laps. We had the Blaney
Crybaby.
Well, Byron dust up.
Everybody's calling him the new Crybaby over Denny now. What he did.
Well, and a lot of it, I guess Byron's sister and him have broke up, and that's supposedly a big issue. So the brother-in-law get out of jail free card is off the table. I'm like, are you?
Apparently they ended that before Daytona, so like it wasn't recent. It's been months.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, it wasn't
something
just happened. It just got I won't say into the public, but it happened apparently like a week or two before Daytona.
Okay. Well, that's good to know because I did not know that. I thought it was like in the very recent. No, I agree with you. But my take on it is in this new generation car, it was probably the best race that we've had. What is this, third time with it?
At Darlington,
we had cars getting stuck again. Like I said, we had that dust up with Blaney and Byron, but it was hard to stick through it all the way to the end. It was really hard. But in the end, Tyler Reddick took over Bubba Wallace's role and ran out of talent.
Yeah, he almost if he didn't have I texted you, if he didn't have a helmet, he'd be walking around with a black eye right now because Busher was pissed.
Oh my God.
He's lucky he just got a push instead of a fucking drop kick.
He should have. That was insane what he did. It was like trying to create a hole where there was no room. I mean, it wasn't even close.
Yeah, his explanation is, let's try to send it in there when I knew I couldn't have it. I tried backing out and I washed up into him. Like, you should have known that racing the whole time that wasn't going to work. Now, if you're on the outside doing that, I can see it. But you're on the inside, you're going to wash up. You should know that. It was just a bullshit excuse, in my opinion.
Did you see him? He looked like a scared
little... man. Yeah. Yeah, he
was. What? You could see it. He knew it was coming, and he was expecting a lot more.
Yeah, Denny, going back to the Ryan Blaney thing, Denny was like, this guy needs therapy with how he acted. I'm like, Denny, you got spun out by Alex Bowman at Martinsville, and you went into his celebration and burnt nose to nose on that car. If anybody needs therapy, you do.
Yeah.
Don't try to point fingers, because Denny's done way worse than an accident. And look what he did with Ross Chastain. Was it last year? Don't tell me somebody else needs penalty.
Yeah.
Or therapy.
I think it was Atlanta where he kept waiting
for him. No, it was that new track at St. Louis.
Oh, okay.
It was that track. I can't remember. It's I don't know. It's the NC's it's the St. Louis track. But still, don't tell me the way somebody else acted. You need it if anybody. He's lucky he just did what he did and just backed off.
Denny's his own breed, but I'll tell you what, he's living in his glory right now because he brought up this bracket system.
Yeah, I need to read more into it because it just looks like it's between the drivers, and I don't. I guess we can talk about it, but they announced it, and it's it has nothing to do with previous Fox races. It's not in any of the previous like championship
It's
seeding
all
points.
on TNT.
Yeah, it's all based because if you don't know the schedule, it's like Fox and Fox Sports is doing the first half of the season or whatever, and then it's doing a mid-season 3 races on Amazon, and then it's going to TNT Sports. But the 3 races in the mid-season Amazon are the seeding points position accumulation. So like somebody that's first in points for the first 16 races could be 10th seed for those 3 in those 3 races. So
no,
it's all, and that's how they're seeding is those 3 Amazon. And I get it. It's to promote people to go to Amazon and watch those races because of the seeding. I get it.
that's exactly what it's all about.
Yeah, and I get it. I'm for it. I'm all for it. But also, I want them to have the fan interaction portion of the bracket and have a prize for anybody, just like the NCAA bracket. Have the same thing. If someone gets a perfect bracket, they get $1 million and a lifetime to Daytona or whatever the hell they want. They give them something.
Yeah, I don't see where there's any fan participation
Not yet.
in this in any way, shape.
Yeah, there's nothing been announced yet. It's all the drivers, and whoever wins, $1 million goes to the drivers.
Well, I'm telling you right now, I will not buy Amazon just to watch those 3 races. I will see the results online. I will see clips on YouTube, and I'm not spending that money just to go to Amazon and watch the whole race. It's just I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
But all right, let's get Darlington done. You got, and again, interesting. We got Keselowski won the race because Tyler Reddick ran out of talent and took his teammate out, Busher. Then you got Gibbs in second, Josh Berry, Stewart Haas Racing, which there's some things I got to say about Stewart Haas Racing coming up. Hamlin in fourth, Briscoe in fifth, Byron in sixth, Bubba in seventh, Bowman in eighth, Justin Haley in ninth, Michael McDowell in 10th, which he's like the redheaded step kid now since he's announced that he's leaving front row and going to Spire. Chastain 11th, Elliott 12th, Bell 13, Noah Gregson against Stuart Haas in 14th. You got Gregson, Gilliland, LaJoy. Eric Jones saved my ass in the fantasy league in 19th. Logano 21st. Truex all the way down in 25th. Kyle Busch in 20th. Richard Childress Racing's got issues, and they need to fix it quick. Austin Dillon was 28th, so when Kyle Busch finishes down with Austin Dillon,
he kept hitting the wall though. Kyle Busch, he kept scraping the wall. Yeah,
there's mechanical R&D issues. They got problems over there. Derek Kraus, never heard of him before. 29th, of course, Busher in 17th after the crash. Reddick in 32nd. Kyle Larson blew a tire, smashed the wall. He was in 34th. And then, of course, Blaney, who got into it with Byron, is in 36th. So that's that. Points. Kyle Larson is still your leader. He's 30 above Truex. Hamlin is 39 down. Elliott's 49 down. Byron is 86. And then in order, I won't go with the points. You got Reddick, Ty Gibbs, Blaney, Bowman, Chastain, Keselowski, Busher, Kyle Busch, Briscoe, Bell, and Bubba is hanging on to 16th spot. Logano is in 17th, 24 behind him. Trailing out back by a bunch. Suarez. No other huge names in that. So I don't think it's going to take a win to get into the final 16 this year. We're halfway through the season, and what have we got? Like 8 or 9 different winners.
Something like that, yeah. 8.
8, yeah. And we're gonna have some more repeaters, Larson and Truex and Hamlin.
Truex hasn't won yet, so he'd be a new one.
Yeah, that's true. So, all right. A lot of throwback schemes. As far as I'm concerned, Kyle Larson was the winner, hands
By
down.
far, yeah.
Yeah, and having Terry Labonte there, I guess Hendrick invited
His old crew.
all the yeah, that was pretty cool. And then they had him in the booth during stage 3
Yeah.
to that was just really good. I mean, there was a lot of good schemes. Suarez had the Quaker State colors. That was kind of neat to see again. A lot of them. What'd they say? There was only like 19 or 20 teams that participated in the throwback schemes.
Yeah, not very many people are doing it for some reason.
Probably sponsorship obligations, and they're saying no. I paid for this, and um, I'm not taking my name off it.
Yeah.
It's not, to me, the throwback scheme it's a cool deal. It really is. But NASCAR has made it so now this is all down to money. It's not about drivers, teams. It's all about money. And the teams got to do what they got to do to get their finances so they can go to these damn races and pay the high prices that it costs to race every week. And if a sponsor tells them, no, we paid this and we want our stuff on that car, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
They got to, or the money gets pulled. But far and away to me, Kyle Larson in the Kellogg scheme was awesome. The best.
I should have sent you. I saw a meme because when Kyle Larson spun that Kellogg's car, it was identical turn, like how the car was turned in the corner, as when Dale Earnhardt spun Terry at Bristol. It was the same one. And someone like superimposed Dale Earnhardt behind him. Who let Dale Earnhardt get this close? Oh my god, it was funny. And
I'd love to seen that. I didn't. We got through this last week when we attempted to do the broadcast, but there's some things that, I just want everyone to know that we are very well aware of. McDowell is going to Spire, multi-year deal, leaving Front Row. Race Hub, everybody knows it's canceled. Started in '09 and June 11th, I believe, is their last broadcast. Junior is going to do the TNT sprint of the summer. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. Have you seen who else is going to be in the booth with him?
Not yet.
Okay. And then one of the bigger things is there's big rumors out there about Stuart Haas selling.
Yep.
And
All
I've
four.
been looking up.
I heard all four this starting yesterday. I heard all four starters. Two of them go in the front row, and then two going to Trackhouse.
I heard Trackhouse was in the mix. I hadn't heard front row.
Yep, that's what I heard. But who knows what else?
Is Tony just done?
He wants out. He's tired of the NASCAR. This isn't the NASCAR he drove and likes. It's bullshit. And he's probably hemorrhaging money because the team ain't performing.
Getting a lot better. And we talked about this again last week that didn't get aired. There's 3 drivers that are doing a weekly meeting and their crews, and there's one that's not.
Yeah. I just sent you that picture, by the way.
I don't have my phone near me because I've got a lot of other things going on and I don't want to be distracted. It's in another room behind a closed door. I hate to see Tony getting out after what he did when he had himself, Harvick, Boyer, and I'll even include Danica because she was the moneymaker. All driving.
I think
over there.
If Tony would have got his way and got Kyle Larson, he wouldn't be shutting down because he'd be winning races.
I believe you. I think you're right. He tried hard to get Kyle Larson.
And Ford pushed so hard for Chase Briscoe because they put so much money into him in the Xfinity and doing all that. So they forced his hand with putting Chase in that car instead of Larson.
Well, inside politics. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yep.
And I think I really believe what you have been saying, that he's ready to walk away.
They're not listening. They're not trying to give him. And plus, I'm pretty sure he sees the writing on the wall about the revenue share that they're fighting so hard tooth and nail. He's like, it's not worth it no more. We're spending $1 million cars and we're not getting a quarter of it back in revenue share. Sponsorship ain't gonna be there. It's either he can't afford it himself because Gene Haas wants out, or Gene Haas is like, I'm out. It's all your or nothing. Stewart's like, okay, I'm out too. But I have no idea what.
Well, Tony Stewart saved Gene Haas's ass.
Yes.
When he came in.
Yeah.
But all right. We can make this pretty short because, like I said, we got a non-points paying. It's only money. It's
it's on North Wilkesboro that is paved, so it's gonna be a different race than last year.
I hope it's better.
It's short track, so it's not gonna be. Sadly, I hate to say it, but it's not.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Probably have to DVR it because it's like 8:00 on Sunday night. But we've only got 17 people that will be participating. And there'll
be one more at the fan vote.
Well, yep. You got the heat races and qualifying and all that. All right. But definitely in. You got Chastain, Larson, Keselowski, Busch, Elliott, Hamlin, Blaney, Allmendinger, Busher, Truex, Bell, Logano, Byron, McDowell, Reddick, Stenhouse, and Suarez. So, the only thing that we can do about that is try and pick the winner. And remember, Kyle Larson is not qualifying or doing any of the heat races. Kevin Harvick is.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what that's going to mean other than pit position, because
Elliot's
correct
not
me
in
if I'm.
this? Oh, he is.
Oh
He
yeah,
is.
he is. But regardless of what Harvick does with the car, isn't he going to go back to the tail end of whatever because driver switch?
I have no idea. It's all star. It's not points racing, so points. So I don't think that matters.
I just hoping that they talk about it, because I haven't heard or seen anything ever since it's been announced that Harvick's doing all this. But I think all Harvick is doing is trying to get a pit box.
I don't know how, since it's just an exhibition race. I don't think that pertains to it. But I have no idea.
Okay, we'll talk about that next week. But let's predict a winner.
Kyle Busch.
Really? That kind of makes sense. Uh, I'm gonna go with Keselowski. Again, just leaning on the old school. I don't know that Keselowski has ever. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Uh,
I'll be back.
I don't know where the hell you went.
I don't think Keselowski was around when this race was even racing normally.
That's what I'm checking right now. It's not showing anything. Active drivers only at.
The top 5 for the van vote is Bowman, Gregson, Hocevar, LaJoy, and Bubba. They're the top 5 right now.
Oh, it's gonna be Bubba.
I hope not.
I guarantee it's gonna be Bubba.
They're gonna be mad if it's not.
They're not showing any results for uh North. Hold it. Let me make sure I got it in there right. Because I got the track listed. No, there's nothing. They've got no. So that tells me that all current drivers have not. But they raced last year.
Yeah, but it was an exhibition. I don't know.
Ugh. All right. But yeah, I'm going with Brad. Uh, just one of the senior people that knows how to deal with a track like this. Um, it's just, I can't believe it's not in there. All right. I didn't see where there were any penalties or anything, at least at the cup level. There was a few things on the lower level. I don't have anything else, and I don't want to waste people's time. So
Only thing that I heard, it was on Twitter, is a random ass post You know how the drivers do iRacing on the week or whenever during the week, and they just talk to themselves and not realize they're live streaming, kind of like how Kyle Larson got in trouble. Carson Hocevar made a slip up leak that Rockingham is on the way, going to be announced.
I'm not mad at that.
Apparently, he made it slip somehow that Rockingham is either going to be announced for All Star or Cup. I don't know in what capacity, but apparently it's going to be announced soon.
My opinion,
they wouldn't redo that whole track for them not to come. So
when I went there, your mother and I, the rock, I've still got the picture somewhere. But grass was growing up, the stands were dilapidated. It was in really bad shape. We obviously could not get in to visually see anything. And this has been minimally 10 years ago. It was in bad shape, but I've seen the social media where they are working on it hard. They need to go back to Rockingham. They really do. I don't know what they've done with the paving or the banking. But remember, it was probably last season after they got done getting North Wilkesboro together. Governor Cooper announced that a lot of the monies that were allocated for North Wilkesboro left over were going towards Rockingham. So they've been working on it. I've seen social, and I've been kind of quiet about it because I just didn't think it was going to happen really quick. But I'd love, oh my gosh, hopefully by the end of the year, I'm going to be done doing what I do every day. I would go there. I'd absolutely, Darlington and Rockingham. And I wouldn't even care if Rockingham was only the all-star race. That was some of the coolest racing back in the day. I would do that.
yeah, apparently that was leaked by him. Now I don't know to what content, but it is what it is.
They have not yet announced the 2025 schedule.
Or Clash. They announced the Coliseum before, so who knows?
We shall see. But with that, like I said, I don't want to waste anybody's time. There's just not a whole lot to talk about this week. No penalties. Anybody in double secret, penalty, whatever. Non-points race, all-star race. It should be fun. Hopefully it's not boring. Other than that, I don't have anything else.
Nope.
All right. Do you want to? I don't even know what platforms we're on anymore.
Pretty much any audio platform, rss.com, Spotify, Amazon, iHeart, Apple, Samsung, Pandora, Google, and also on TikTok. Search Burn It Down podcast on any one of those, and it will show up.
Okay.
That's all you gotta
do. Fantasy League. I know you smoked me at Kansas. Absolutely destroyed me.
I would have destroyed you this week too, except for Reddick and fucking Busher.
But I got a few of them points back. So
yeah. I just looked. We're 13 races in, halfway through the regular season, and we're pretty much tied. So
I haven't looked. I just know I got a few back. What's the season total?
You are at a grand total of 2481 for the season. I am at 2494, 13 points.
Okay, so we're in fighting distance.
Literally one heads up mismatch, and that's it.
That I think that's where I got back at you. Is I think I had all 4 of my heads up right, but
I was at 266.
it was looking pretty shitty for my world with 3 laps to go. I was looking at it. You had like 256.
I was at 266 until that happened.
Oh,
I still finished at 207. You finished 227.
well, like I said, I got a few of my points back, so I wasn't unhappy about that. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I was
But
171. You were 181. I have because Buescher was 30th, Larson was 34, and Reddick was 32, and I still finished with the 171. Better than that one race I had with like 120 points. God, what race was that? Dover that screwed me. I don't know.
Talladega got you pretty bad.
Yeah,
I think Desert Driver got us both.
Yeah, I don't know what
Almost.
race it was. It was bad.
But anyway, if y'all are interested, join. It's not going to be much until we get to the playoffs and everything gets reset. But go to NASCAR.com, Fantasy Live, search Burn It Down NASCAR Podcast. Join us, have some fun. So, with that, my man, I'm done.
All right.